Welcome to this video tutorial about installing the SUN2000 12 KTL to 25 KTL. This video demonstrates how to connect cables for the inverter in a safe, simple, and intuitive way. These tools are required. Before you start, let's have a quick look at the electrical connection area of the inverter. Ground screws. One for connecting the ground cable to the inverter, and the other for connecting to the next inverter in cascading scenarios. DC input ports, communications ports, and AC output ports. In addition, you need to prepare DC input power cables, AC output power cables, signal cables, and ground cables with appropriate lengths, as well as OT terminals. We'll walk you through cable preparation in another video. Before connecting cables, ensure that the DC switch on the inverter and all the switches connecting to the inverter are off. Next, let's connect a ground cable to the inverter. Do not connect the neutral wire to the enclosure as a ground cable, otherwise electric shocks may occur. Connect one end of the DC input power cable to the inverter and the other end to the PV string. Then install the signal cables. On one side of the inverter, connect the signal cables to the corresponding pins of the communications port. Secure the shield layer using a screw, and connect the other side of the signal cables to the power meter. When routing signal cables, separate them from power cables and keep them away from strong interference sources to prevent communication from being affected. When installing AC output power cables, connect cables and tighten screws based on the silk screens on the AC output ports. To ensure that the inverter can be disconnected from the power grid when an exception occurs, connect an AC switch to the AC side of the inverter. Select an AC switch with appropriate specifications in accordance with local industry standards and regulations. Then, install the connection box, seal the unused signal cable holes with waterproof plugs, and tighten the locking cap. If multiple inverters are cascaded, connect communications cables and shield layers. Now the cables have been successfully connected to the inverter. The next video will demonstrate how to install the smart dongle and anti-theft component